Hello, this is Hani Abdul Malik, Bible teacher and pastor and fugitive. This is the second video in a series titled How to Read the Bible. In the first video, I talked about the importance of reading the Bible for believers and non-believers. And I also tried to address the question of how to read the scriptures. So the method of reading the scripture. I focused on the first part of the process of reading the scripture, which is what the text meant. So basically, you start by focusing on the structure, the context, genre, and the historical background. Um, so basically, structure of the text, grammar, context, genre, and of course, the context could be immediate or wide context. The background will give you insight about the author, the original audience, and so forth. I was hoping in this video to focus on the second part of the process of reading the Bible, which is the significance of the biblical text to us. So what the text mean to us. So the first part is what the text meant to the original audience. The second part is what the text mean to us. But change of plans, I changed my mind in order to clarify the important concept of presuppositions. So I mentioned in the previous video that it's wrong to impose your theology or your ideas on the biblical text. Why this is wrong? Because I'll assume that you have a good theology, but still, if you are coming to the biblical text with good theology, imposing this good theology on the text could be affirming your theology, but it could be saying something else. The message of the text could be different than your theology. So you come to the biblical text. If you believe this biblical text is inspired, this is even more important for you to submit to its authority. So if it's inspired by God, you do not come with your theology and impose it on the Bible. You come to the Bible humbly and submit to the authority of the Bible because it's inspired by God. So let the Bible tell you what it wants to tell you, and do not twist the Bible in order to impose your theology, even if your theology is good. Okay, there might be another text that affirm your theology, but do not come with this attitude to make the Bible affirm your own theology. Okay. Imposing our ideas or imposing our theology is not right, even if we have good theology. The problem is we all have presuppositions. So we will all have some presuppositions when we come to the biblical text. And the question would be, what should we do with that? So what we're going to do with our presupposition is a really important. I suggest that the first thing we should do is to be aware that we have presuppositions. The problem is many people and many good Christians are not even aware that they have presuppositions. So they think that imposing their good theology is a good thing to do, but that's not right. In order to affirm that the Bible have authority on us, we come to the Bible humbly and let the Bible tell us what its message is. So be aware of your presuppositions. Second, be humble enough to be transformed by the biblical text and to even change your presupposition if they are wrong, to test your presupposition in light of the Bible, not the other way around, okay? So you don't come to the Bible to make it affirm your ideas, but come to the Bible and be willing to humbly submit to its authority and let the Bible transform your and shape your theology, okay? Another thing you can do is to study well the background, either whether the linguistic background or the historical background. So when I speak about background, especially historical background, because it's easier to study, it's more accessible. So you could study the background of, for example, if you are studying an epistle. So you come and study the background of this epistle, the situation, the context, the historical background of this epistle, historical background of the author, Paul, for example. And then this will help you a little bit replace your own background, okay, by the biblical background. And this will help you to gain insight and to submit to the biblical text and let the biblical text um, shape your theology and shape your ideas. Okay, so I'll stop here. In the coming video, I will fulfill my promise, and I will focus on the significance. So the first video was um, uh, the first video was focusing on what the text meant. Okay, so it's a process. So how to read the Bible is a process. The first part, or the first portion, which I focused on the first video, is to understand what the text meant. Okay, so mainly structure, genre, context, and background. And in this video, I focus on the presupposition. What to do is our presupposition. In the coming video, I will focus on how we understand the significance of the biblical text, or what the text mean to us. Thank you. I hope you enjoyed this video, and wait for the coming video about the significance of the biblical text, what the text mean to us. Have a great day.